Supersize your kaiju collection by checking out Big Bad Toy Store. Check out the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen today. Yes, he's getting had later. Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews. Yeah, hello there, collectors. It's going to be Steven here, and welcome to yet again another unboxing video of a nice, giant, big monster, but can fit in your hand. Sort of. The tail's going to fall off, but we have the HIya Exquisite Basic Godzilla 1991 Hokkaido battle version from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Whew, lots to say there, but he is finally here. He is out. We're going to talk about US distribution and head. Yes, later. Retail price is going to be about $55 or so plus minus shipping, handling, tax, and all other things considered. So that's going to be about where you're going to want to budget accordingly. I always like to put more money aside than I think I might need in case extra costs pop up. So the box here is different from the Monsterverse figures than we've had before. Reason being is, I guess they're doing the classic Godzilla stuff a bit different here, and they are doing them a bit notably different as we're going to be looking up close and personal at the front of the box. Yes, so this is the first Toho Classics monster. Technically, we did have King Ghidorah 91 release at nearly the same time, so it's kind of like chicken or the egg thing. But here's Hokkaido version where he's looking menacingly. We got the light coming in from the right side. The back of the box is pretty much by the numbers for a HIya Godzilla product. We have a couple of different blocks for text and stuff. We got a QR code. We got a promo shot of Godzilla. Now, top and bottom and the sides are pretty much just going to be more shots showing the head from the promotional pictures and then other text and so forth. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure things are synced up. Now, I have an SH Monster Arts box here for no reason whatsoever. Just forgot to maybe take it off the table. Comment down below. Okay. Maybe that makes it a bit more apparent. Anyway. All right, so we have Hokkaido battle version Godzilla. So some folks have been asking if they should get this or the SH Monster Arts, or if they have the SH Monster Arts, should they get this? Well, this is going to be a different size, and Tamashii Nations did the Shinjuku suit. So there are two different suits, technically only two, for the 1991 movie, where, yoink, what they did was they had different appearances of Godzilla for fighting King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah. So now you know. And they are indeed different. They are indeed different. So here he is, Mr. Japan. Okay. So we'll talk and walk at the same time here. I'm going to keep the box because he's going to be needing, we're going to need a good reference point for this guy here. We'll keep the box like over here, I think. Perfect. All right. So here is the clamshell that has Godzilla. It doesn't look like there's any tape. Is there? Oh, there is. There is tape. Oh my goodness. It's like I'm opening a Monster Arts or just a general Tamashii Nations figure from like a decade ago. And that's not complaining. It's like, ooh, it's retro feeling. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, so the top of the clamshell is off, but that's a very loose fit. So, yahoo. All right, so he comes with extra hands. This guy throws hands. So, come on. So I'll put one off to the side because they're like a matching set. Won't need my knife anymore. All right, so we have protective plastic. So for funsies, if you would like, oh, it's wrapped up in it. You can pause and take a guess what may or may not fall off. So very, very well wrapped. Oh, it is like a whole baggie. Okay. So the extra hand is going to be closer to like a fist type of deal. Here he is. Now, one of the big stanks that's been going on for this guy is going to be the head. And folks have not liked, let's get him as close as we can, the eyes. because some folks have not been happy with the eye placement and the pupils maybe being a bit too big. So they did go back and they already did a resculpt of this some time ago. They did some changes to a few parts of Godzilla here, which seems a little bit odd here right now. Let me, for my own benefit. Okay. But I got to say, taking a look at this guy, trying to peek over my viewfinder to make sure we're good and everything. Looking at the tail articulation. Yeah, this is quite the interesting figure. Quite the interesting. So for some cool bug facts, we're almost close to the 1-year anniversary of when the Atomic Vomit version was announced. Can you believe that? Because it was announced like right during SDCC 2024. And it's going to be delayed, which HIya and delays are super duper common. Okay, so let's do a quick chat. So as you may know, we have a friend, Eden Buster, who did work with HIya stuff and then left, right? I'll maybe do a bit more in the review, right? I'm going to figure out how to do this correctly. But I just want to tackle this now, since the good information sometimes folks don't like to hear up front. But this is important because I know many folks are going to ask about this, okay? So, apparently, folks are upset about this not matching this. That is what the issue is. And, you know, Eden Buster had worked on this. The paint did not match what was presented later, and there were even some Photoshop edit changes for the eyes. I agree. I think the eyes could be a bit better, but overall, wait for the review. So what HIya is doing is they're doing a separate run of the head. Yes, he's getting head later. Now, the thing is that HIya, in their perfect ability to communicate, very perfect, they communicated to multiple markets how they're doing things. They told the US market they're including a different head in separate production runs. On their Weibo, Weibo, good luck finding a link for that. It's very difficult to access it if you don't have a Chinese IP address or you're on desktop. They said the separate head will be available to authorized retailers, official, like you're not just buying it from some schmuck at the corner for 5 cents. Authorized retailers later, most likely, I think it was July was the phrasing they used. So if you bought the figure now, you would get it later, but that's assuming that you're in China. For those in the US, again, we had the information, the head would be included in further runs. Okay, so the big confusion, I kind of touched on this in my YouTube short, is, well, what do you do? Do you buy it? Now, if you haven't bought it yet, I think just go ahead and get a pre-order in and then wait until the head is included in the box. You'll be fine. For some reason that there are some are panicking, thinking that this isn't something that's going to be possible to begin with for HIya to do to the US market, for the US market. That's completely fine, feasible. It's not really going to be an issue. There are plenty of companies that do after sales, not remediation, but help. Super 7's done accessory packs. If Super 7 can figure out how to do something correctly, any company can do it. Even Tamashii Nations, yes, they've actually done stuff like this in the past. I know, shocker considering what the SH Monster Arts line has been through, but Tamashii Nations has done stuff like this. So HIya is working through, we're going to talk about them more in a second, previews to get US distribution set up. So if you're looking, how do I get the head? Official retailer, US retail, wait, you will get it. Anywhere else, contact them and figure it out. If you have a US pre-order for any HIya product, relax. If you didn't know, HIya, their US distribution is through Previews, which is Diamond Comics, okay? They just basically got pulled out of bankruptcy by their pinky toe by two different companies. One of them, not NECA, but the parent company of NECA, okay? Now, with that, a lot of the Diamond employees got laid off, including a former marketing guy who worked with a lot of the reviewers you probably watch. Yeah, it sucks. So, when you're asking, where's my toy at? Why doesn't insert retailer here have it yet if they're in the US? Be lucky that Previews is even still around to begin with. Trust me, it's a terrible situation. I get it. We're all going through a rough time right now. So, US distribution, kind of wonky, but we'll get there. Thank you for watching. Reviews and a whole bunch of other stuff soon. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So far, I'm liking this guy. Very reminiscent of the NECA figures, but not quite there. I have said it pretty much from the start. I think this is what NECA could and should have been, but unfortunately, ultimately was not. Yeah, it's very sad that it went the way that it went, but nevertheless, here we are now, and I'm just waiting for what comes next. King Ghidorah unboxing may be coming soon. I don't know. It's cumbersome to edit, but Monster Arts Anguirus 72 review will be up shortly. And more. Thank you, and I'll catch ya in the next video.